All eyes are on Panama today with leaked documents showing how some of the rich and powerful use the country as a tax haven to hide their wealth. A Panamanian shell company in the country is even linked to one of the biggest gold heists in history. Joining us now to comment on the news is U.S. Global's CEO, Frank Holmes. Frank, thanks for being back with us.
It's good to be here.
So before we look at gold, I'd like to get your thoughts on the Panama leaks here first. What did you make of this news? Does this even come as a surprise? Or is it more about the fact that they got caught here, Frank?
I don't think it's a surprise and just that it names people, but a lot of the data from people gone, passed away, or 20 years ago. But there are some current characters that are in power that it will change the landscape of their political influence. But the most important part, what does it mean for gold? As I mentioned before, that gold is the fourth most liquid investment in the world. It is money. And so it shows up with the heist that took place in the UK, converted, whatever the drama unfolds. Gold is money, and that would naturally show up in any of these zones.
Okay, so you think it would be good news for gold then? This is good for gold?
No, I just think it's a fact that it validates because you have an audience of people that believe that gold is not money. They just believe it's a commodity and know it is money.
All right, Frank. Well, let's talk about gold now. The metal getting off to a slow start here in Q2. What's your take on gold's price action this Monday?
Well, for the past couple of weeks, I've been commenting that gold's had what we call that standard deviation move and had a spectacular run. And what we're seeing today is flirting with that 50-day moving average. Gold goes below the 50-day moving average. In a short period of time, it can get some selling and redemptions, but I don't think it's of great significance. I think we're going to live with this global slowdown unless they keep stimulating with negative real interest rates, which is bullish for gold.
So are you anticipating more of the same for the rest of the week? Kind of retreating and then going back up for, $10, $20? What are you seeing for the rest of the week here, Frank?
April is usually a sloppy month. I'm looking at for the month and for the week. It's hard for me to gauge for this week if anything material. But I think that gold is going through that transition period. But what's really insignificant to me was the amount of money this past quarter that went into the GLD. That was significant, but there wasn't that much money into the GDX and GDXJ when we did an analysis of what they call creates in the ETF space. That is new money, net money going into that particular ETF. So that there's a lot of investors don't believe this gold rally, and that means it probably trades higher.
All right, Frank, what's your touchdown pass going to be?
I think we're looking at CPI numbers coming out. The global PMI was positive. For the global, it seems to modestly turning, and I think that the CPI number will be the rational reason for the Fed to try to raise rates.
All right, thank you so much, Frank. Stay tuned. We have technical analyst Gary Wagner up next, reporting from New York. I'm Daniela Cambone.